Yo, what is up, guys? It's Ox here bringing us another video, and in this video I'm going to be having a little bit of a sniper gameplay on this one, but there's going to be a little story I got to tell today. So this is, if you know who you are. If you're watching this video, you know who you are, because I know you in real life and you're one of my good friends actually now. But anyway, we're not gonna mention his name because I haven't really been for sure if he would like to have his name in the video, but he's been in my video once, but we're not gonna say names. Anyway, so when I was young, well, I still am. I'm currently in Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts, I'm not as active as I used to be, but when I was younger, I used to go to all the campouts, all the meetings, all that stuff. I was really heavily active. So one year we went out to, I'm pretty sure it was West Virginia or something like that. Yeah, West Virginia, to go whitewater rafting. And trust me, whitewater rafting was fun at first, but a lot of things went wrong. Like, some of the details I might have forgotten and might not be necessarily all true, but majority of what I'm saying is true, that I know for sure of. So we drive up to this like resort that's holding the whitewater rafting, and we end up getting all of our equipment fitted for us and all that good stuff. And then we start to walk down, and you know, our swimsuits with our gear on, getting ready to board up the boats or load up the boats or little rafts or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so these were some pretty, like, if you guys don't know what whitewater rafting is practically where they take you through some of the courses, and they have like it'll be like a rating from level 1 to 4 or 5, but rarely you would get a 5, you would get like a 4, and that's when like all the big waves are coming in. You had to hang on, you had to keep, no matter what you did, they just kept on saying keep paddling, you have to keep paddling or you're gonna have some problems. So this was really a big teamwork thing, and trust me, I had a lot of fun doing it, but there's some couple scary experiences along the way. So starting off the rip, this is the really big one that kind of scared all of us, especially the Boy Scout troop. So my friend, we'll call him Bob for now. So my friend Bob, he's on a life raft with his brother, and what happens is, right off the rip, we have a pretty decent sized level 3, and this is our first time ever whitewater rafting, so those are some pretty big waves. So what ended up happening to Bob is there was a big bump in the wave, and what would end up happening is he would fall out of the raft really early. Now they say not to panic in this situation, but it's really hard not to, because it's like, oh man, this could be really bad for me, because what happens if I go like down the wrong path or whatever, down a wrong wave, and I, 1, drowned, 2, run into really sharp rocks or something of the sort. There could be hundreds of possibilities of what could happen to him. So what happened was, pretty much almost like until like 3/4, I think it was like half or 3/4 to the what? Yeah, I was at the halfway point because we had to stop for lunch. But he was floating along, And none of us could do anything. Because it's like, we can't put more people at risk. But, yeah. Oh, man. Dude, we want to help. Especially his brother, because his brother felt bad because he couldn't help him. But, anyway. It wasn't look. At first, it was looking good for him because he had to swim a completely different direction, and he had to try and because there's like a big pile of rocks, really sharp rocks that people have run into before and have gotten injured. Luckily, he swims the other direction, and he ends up, you know, staying safe and all that stuff, which was good. And they would end up retrieving him about the halfway mark. But man, was he tired, and what the look on his face, he was scared shitless. Which I don't think you guys can call him a wussy or anything like that for being, oh, you shouldn't be scared, it's just water. It's like, dude, water is the one thing you don't want to mess with in nature. So it was pretty scary. But he's all good now. But that's a scary experience, my friends. I would hate to go through that because I'm a good swimmer, but I'm not the strongest to any extent. But that's besides the point. So there's this rock that you could jump off of. So I was like, you know, when's the next time I'm gonna go whitewater rafting? Might as well go now. And so I jumped off the rock. I remember just jumping into the water in a really awkward position, and I stepped straight onto a rock. Oh man, did it hurt. Oh my gosh, oof. It was so hard to swim back into the raft, but I had to if I wanted to keep moving. And also what sucked for one of my buddies, is that he had a GoPro. He had a GoPro on, and when he jumped in, he never got it back. Oh man, he was upset. And GoPros are not cheap to any extent, guys. Those are not easy to replace. So, I could definitely understand his frustration. He would never get it back, unfortunately, but it's whatever. So, next thing. When we had a rest stop, they said, okay, we're having a couple storm warnings, but we cannot stop here. It's too dangerous because we were out in the open. Okay, all we had was like a little tarp to protect us, like from rain. So we had to get moving. And the rest of the way, they said, okay, you know, you can handle the first part, but will you be able to handle the second? We don't know, considering it's all level 3 and 4 waves, which is pretty big for people who haven't gotten white water rafting before. So I wasn't scared, but I was like, this is gonna be interesting, to say the least. But what ended up happening was the storm started really hitting, and oh man, was it pouring. It was getting hard to see, and oh man, was I fearing my life at the time, because it's like, oh no, I've seen this in movies before. The Boy Scouts die on the trip. No, it can't end like this. And of course I knew I wasn't gonna die, but I was scared. Don't get me wrong, I was scared out of my mind. So it was storming everywhere, and I mean everywhere. And I couldn't see, but my dad he's like, okay, you need to snap out of it. You gotta get in it. We gotta keep pushing on. You gotta keep paddling. And oh man, once I hit land and I knew I was staying there. Oh boy. Oh, was I happy to be just on land and knowing that I'll be okay. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was just a sort of a random story, but I thought, yeah, you know, tell a different story this time. A little bit more about me type deal. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to follow me on Twitter at @indoor_toxic. Remember to follow me on Instagram. It is Seth_ho with 4 O's. Remember to have a great day, guys. Remember to leave a comment, subscribe. Once again, stay amazing, guys, and I'll see you.